Hello, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba. What's your name, good sir?
Mark Ricci, a.k.a. Movie Man Mark.
Movie Man Mark, who I have kind of known for years.
Yeah, like 3 years.
And now he's living down in California. And I said, get your ass over here. You only live an hour away now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
come on over. Movie Man Mark, you can check out his YouTube channel. Has a whole bunch of variety of comedy. He looks like Tom Cruise, so good looking and funny. What more can you ask? And here's just showing me this other channel that he helps out with.
Oh, good. We're going to explain the suit.
Yeah, let's explain
good,
the suit,
good.
because we're going to do Honest Trailers Avengers Infinity War
It'd
reaction.
be funny if we just never explained it.
Yeah, so just wear this for every video. Six Side Studios is this other channel where they do fan films of Spider-Man, and they even put up one just a few months ago that got like 130K views, and it's like over an hour long.
Yeah, the biggest one has 7.4 million, but we don't know why it does. But maybe
It's a confident advertisement.
But I mean, maybe if you guys
like it.
if you guys go watch the new one, maybe we can get to 7.4 on this one.
He's dressed as Spider-Man today because we're going to do a reaction for Honest Trailers Avengers Infinity War. This is from Screen Junkies, and by the way, I was on Movie Fights last week, so go check that episode out. Movie Man Mark, are you excited?
I'm super excited. This is 6 minutes long. Is that
Yeah.
like a new record for them?
No.
Oh.
No.
Shows that I don't watch them too much. But I mean, I love honest trailers though,
Hey,
and I'm being honest.
be likable. All right. You did it.
The following trailer is rated S for spoilers.
Bailey. You met Bailey yet?
No.
Saw the Meg with him.
Today's
Really?
episode
Yeah.
is brought
I've
to you
yet to
by
see
the
the
U.S.
Meg.
Army.
We'll talk about that later.
U.S. Army.
Yeah. The exact people to sponsor.
From the Thanos of Hollywood comes what could be the best movie Marvel's ever made, but without a doubt is the most movie Marvel's ever made.
Yeah. Wow.
There is just so much movie in this movie. Look at all that movie. Avengers Infinity War.
Here we go.
Journey into a new era of the MCU, where after 10 years of having to streamline their plot so normies would know what's happening, Marvel's gotten so big, they'll drop you right into episode 19, part 1 of 2, without wasting a second on who anyone is or why you should care. Because let's face it, you're either on this hype train by now, or the Winter Soldier using Rocket Raccoon as a sidearm won't mean shit to you. Don't you see? They're both cyborgs rebelling against their destructive programming to do good. Dad, why aren't you listening to me?
Are you yawning?
All your favorite heroes are here, like Tony Stark, the scientist who finds out magic exists and takes it in stride,
He came here to steal a necklace from a wizard.
but literally can't even when another quippy guy with a goatee shows up.
What is your job exactly besides making balloon animals?
Star-Lord, whose entire first movie was completely undone,
We'd like to express our profound gratitude for your help in saving Xandar.
You decimated Xandar.
and takes it in stride, but literally can't even when another buff guy with blonde hair shows up.
You're mocking. He's trying to copy it.
Captain America, who heroically accepts his reduced role as guy who knows a guy.
Can we do that?
Not me, not here. I know someone. Who could
Yeah.
find Vision? Probably Steve Rogers.
I
Black
agree.
Panther, whose lack of screen time proves no one knew how big of a deal he'd be.
Yep.
Exactly.
And Spider-Man, the boy who'd rather hitch a ride into space and die than stay home and be in Venom. You and me both, kid.
Yay.
But they're not alone, because all these other characters are also back. Like Bruce Banner, a man in desperate need of a Phase 3 recap video.
Tony, you've lost another Superbot? Who's Scott?
Ant-Man.
There's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man?
The Avengers broke up. They're toast.
Like a band? Like the Beatles?
Scarlet Witch, the X-Man who's completed her Halle Berry arc of losing her weird accent as the movies go on.
Yeah, good call.
No explanation.
It's like the moon too, you know, we both made promises.
Gamora,
Wow,
the
just
emotional
gone.
center of the whole story, and the best actor? Huh, didn't see that one coming. Loki, slightly more dead than the last 2 times. The rest of the Guardians pre-James Gunn petition. Those were simpler times a few weeks ago. And Bucky, the one-armed artisanal goat cheese farmer. But they're not alone either, because holy crap, there are so many people in this movie. Like Rhodey,
They're like
Okoye,
recapping all the
Mantis,
characters.
Vision,
Yep.
Falcon, Wong,
That's how you know
Shuri,
there's a lot of characters.
Baku, Red Skull, Nick Fury. Oh hey, where you been? Thunderbolt Ross again? Okay, Marissa Hall, right? Is that her name? Pepper.
Maria, right?
Hey, last one's one girlfriend standing. Good for you. Nedry?
Ned.
And Hawkeye's name.
Where's Clint?
Wow, the only heroes missing are the ones on all those Netflix shows Kevin Feige hates.
That would be so cool.
Next time, Iron Fist. Next time.
Diddy Ring.
Or not. For all the characters crammed
hate
into
that
this
guy.
thing, thrill as it centers around a buff bald guy trying to grow his rock collection.
Jesus, Marie.
No, Thanos. He's been looking for
They
the
kinda
Infinity
look
Stone
alike.
So long, he's changed color twice. And after he vowed in Age of Ultron to do it himself,
I'll do it myself.
he waited like 7 whole movies, including 2 that took place in space, and then boldly sent more of his
Yeah,
kids
exactly.
to do it for him. You, sir, are a really bad stepfather, but dang, what a great daddy.
Is Thanos hot?
Watch these
didn't see any of
movies
that.
catch
I
up
don't
to
know,
one
man.
of comics'
People like
longest
Bane
running
and Thanos.
traditions,
Holy cow.
briefly killing people off to goose sales, where with a single snap of the fingers, Disney erased the box office potential of Black Panther, Spider-Man, 5/7 of the Guardians, Doctor Strange,
Yeah, you know they're all
the
coming
Winter
back.
Soldier,
Exactly.
and 1/3 of the Avengers.
He's probably gonna say that.
And if you think these deaths are gonna stick for longer than a movie, I've got a copy of The Death of Superman to sell you. I mean, it's still in the original bag, mint condition, with the armband too. Come on, no one? How about The Death of Tony Stark?
Did they say Alan?
Captain America? How about Thor?
Yeah,
Nick
what was that
Fury?
dinosaur?
Hawkeye? Okay, how about a copy of Infinity Gauntlet where the same thing happens and they all come back just fine?
Yep,
Cool.
I didn't read that one.
So cool.
I read it.
Starring Who Throws the Moon? Honestly, 4 Stooges, Beards of No Nation. He was a one-eyed blonde Thor flying purple people beater. Under Armour, Dumbo. Mortal Kombat! Tu Wong, Thanks for Nothing, signed the Avengers. Shorty LaForge, a hologram for the King. Teen Titan Blow. It wasn't me, it was the one-armed Stan. Do 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 do.
My tomorrow.
Red Dead Redemption. And the Justice League.
Well,
Game of Stones. So,
That kinda
we're
works.
just going to give him a pass for pretending this was a standalone movie? Yeah, we are. Today's episode
Okay.
was brought to you by the U.S. Army. Find out more by clicking the link below. Bring me
Oh, so we have to do
Thanos
work
on
to
your
find out
next
why
Avengers
it's
Infinity
related to
War
the US
Honest
Army.
trailer. We're tiny,
Don't think we're
we're
going to do that.
toony, we're all a little loony. We are Venom. I should have taken the aiming to the head elective class back on Heckling.
Glad we stuck around for the comment section just
Yeah.
to hear that impersonation.
Yeah, he does do impressions, John Bailey, right?
Yes, John Bailey does do impressions. John Bailey. Yes.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. I kind of expected them to break down a little bit more of the plot, a little bit more
Yeah,
of the movie.
they
They
kinda
kind of
just-
did like a giant recap of the characters.
More so of the characters than the story.
They didn't talk about a moment that I was thinking about earlier today. Infinity War is still a movie I'll think about. When Tony Stark is stabbed by Thanos and you think he's
Oh.
going to die. Every time I watch that movie in the theaters, the crowd...
Gasped.
Yeah. And then the first time I watched it, I was like, oh my God, they went there.
Me too, yeah,
And
yeah.
Before watching the movie, I was thinking, man, if they kill Iron Man, that'd be awesome. That'd be brave. That'd be bold. But I remember when I watched that, and I think everyone in the crowd feels the same way. When he gets stabbed, as an audience member who wants Marvel to be bold and take risky choices, you're
Yeah.
like, killing Iron Man would be the right step. But then right when he gets stabbed, you're like, no, don't die. I don't want you to die. Yeah.
I think the first time you see Infinity War, you're kind of thinking anything can happen. So your mouth is open the whole time. Even the opening sequence, you got
Yeah.
3 deaths in a matter of 10 minutes. I was a little scared for Hulk too. I know I shouldn't have
Yeah.
been. I was overreacting. But when Hulk's getting his ass kicked,
Yeah.
you're like, is Hulk
Is
gonna
Hulk
die?
gonna
Like
die,
anything
yeah.
is possible. But I mean, anyone who didn't die will die in Avengers 4. So.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. These things are so predictable now.
Captain America will have the big heroic death.
But as I was hearing it, I was thinking, how would you do exactly an honest trailers of Infinity War? I don't know, I just kind of expected them to break down a little bit more of like plot points and everything, but you're dealing with so many characters and you do have to cover that, and the honest trailers usually do cover that as well.
Yeah. I think a lot of it could have been guessed, though. Like, if they made an honest trailer for this movie before the movie even came out, how different would it be? They didn't break down the plot. Yeah, mostly the characters and the idea that there's so many of them fitting into one movie for once.
They pointed out a couple things that I never thought about. With Star-Lord and Xandar, how in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, his whole arc of being a hero for Xandar, and then this one, you don't even see Xandar get destroyed. It's just gone now.
Yeah, that's kind of like the sequelitis thing. It's like, you know, you have different directors coming on to make continuations of previous movies, and not all of them, not all the plot points get hold importance going forward.
Even kind of like with the situation with Thanos to begin with. I mean, Thanos has changed his appearance and look, and he did say in Age of Ultron,
that's another
I'll be back. He doesn't say I'll be back, but he says in
it's
Age...
not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back. Which would be a cool Thanos.
Pretty cool. From Mr. Freeze to Thanos.
That's what I was thinking.
Two
like,
bald guys,
shit, no,
two bald guys that have weird color for their skin.
And Austrian accents. They've kind of been like, we want Thanos for Infinity War, but we don't really know exactly what we're going to do.
I think that was probably my favorite part, just the fact that they've been building up Thanos for so long, and the post-credit scene for Age of Ultron was like, I'm going to do this myself. And then
7 movies
later, it's like, where's Thanos at? And then finally, it's like he's got minions doing his work for him.
I definitely pointed that out in the review about Black Panther, though, too, of how you see Black Panther in this movie, he's kind of just a glorified cameo. Wakanda feels like a cameo, if anything.
That's exactly what I was going to say,
And it's like, oh, cool, they're here, but, you know, they don't really get screen time that's well justified. I kind of feel that way with Cap, a lot more with Black Panther. They really just did not realize how much of a box office success Black Panther would have been.
You know, it's funny that some people actually thought that those deaths would be permanent.
They are, Mark.
I mean...
They are, movie man, Mark.
I cried in the theater. I was so sad to see them all go so soon.
And they say something too in the Infinity Gauntlet comic book, because I read the Gauntlet comic book, and that is true. Like, they reverse all the deaths from the snap.
They are going to sway a little bit from the comic, I feel, just because of the whole time travel thing and the quantum realm, whatever they're doing with Ant-Man.
Well, I feel like some people will have permanent deaths with the next Avengers. When I watched the fading away, because I had just read the comic, like I read the Infinity Gauntlet comic like a couple weeks before I watched the movie. It was the rare moment in a movie theater where I had it when I was watching it going, oh, yeah, well, that's what happens in the comic. I wasn't with the crowd like, what the hell is happening? Like, they're like how most people are.
Yeah,
but
I'm on the same page as you, but it wasn't because I read the comic. It was just because,
you know, movies.
All their sequels are good.
Exactly.
Like, the sequels are coming out next year, all right? We got a quota to
meet. I mean, there's that, and also the comic. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is what happens in the comic. That makes sense. But in terms of if you're not as familiar with it, it's still a really damn good
I think if Black Panther and Spider-Man survived and everyone else died, I think there would maybe be a chance that, you know, people would believe, like, this is permanent. You know, the Guardians, too. Like, they're not going to only make 2 Guardians movies. I mean, maybe right now they are because of the whole James Gunn situation. But, you know, in the moment, it's like, once Black Panther and Spider-Man went away, you're like, okay, they're coming back.
Gamora would be the only one I would buy, but they've already pretty much confirmed that she's in the Soul Stone. Which I'm surprised they didn't touch on here either.
Maybe because it's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't come back, but I just feel like she will.
I think the Russos did confirm she's in the Soul Stone.
Yeah, but, you know, Kevin Feige, again, has said, like, oh, these deaths that are coming up are going to be permanent, and if you bring back everyone that faded away and Gamora, who does that leave to be permanent?
Yeah.
There's even rumors that Loki's going to come back. Like, no, Thanos said, you're dead for good this time. Something along those lines.
I think if you bring back everyone who faded, sure, but I'm like, keep Loki and Gamora dead. But
please keep Gamora dead. It was like the biggest moment.
I don't think she is, though. I don't believe that.
Zoe Saldana's got Star Trek. She's got Avatar. She's got other sci-fi films. But I know people like Gamora, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Why are you hating on women?
I'm hating on women?
You come on this channel and you hate on women?
Look, man, I got to voice my opinion. It's free speech on YouTube.
You don't have to yes and this. Now's your chance to defend yourself.
I love women. No one loves women more than me.
Still, good honest trailer. I would not know how to do an honest trailer for a movie this epic. 6 minutes is really short for a 40-hour film.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, trailers are 2.5 minutes, so it's like they found a good
medium
balance.
there. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
balance.
Oh, exactly.
We did it. But
I was thinking Balance Act, as in Spider-Man Balance Act, the film that I made on Six Side Studios with 7.4 million views.
Stop plugging yourself.
But I mean, the Thanos balance. You know,
do this when we go out to bars and you say this with women. You gotta cut it out.
You keep bringing up the women thing, guys. I'm completely respectful for women. I feel like I have to tell them that.
No, you should have yes and.
I just met him, by the way. Never got into a bar. I don't think I'm even legal to go to a bar.
You're allowed to go to a bar, actually.
Yeah, I can't even go to a bar.
Well, you guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Yeah. Click that notification bell because subscribe buttons suck. Check out Movie Man Mark on the Movie Man Mark YouTube channel.
That's right.
Seriously, he deserves more subscribers. And
thanks.
check out his makeout videos he's done with women.
Just keep going back there, huh?
It's like 3 videos I've seen thumbnails of.
Yeah.
This guy's just making out with chicks.
Yeah, I mean, the idea was to get people to click, and it seemed like it worked for you.
Those
so.
are the only videos I watch. It's
very clear to me.
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's see you
I
guys
feel like
later.
those videos are going to go climbing.
They're going to go climbing. Go check them out.